living down south. I.W.C campus. Love.
This is your girl Alina. You don't know it's all about I.W.C campus.
I.W.C. Rastafari there. Jack your sister.
I.W.C campus is your girl bad girl Cecile. I'm rolling.
I.W.C campus. It's your girl Nikisha Bond. Better make sure you're I.W.C.
Good afternoon. Our protocols observed. The name Rashawn Martin, a name which symbolizes confidence, integrity, honesty, endurance, and representation at its best. I am from the Noble Faculty of Science and Sport, in which I do a Bachelor of Science degree in Science and Education, joins with Math and Physics major. There are a number of key areas in the University of Technology, Jamaica that have become my central focus. Hence, they require strategic planning and consistent attention and intervention. There are several areas that have been reported to the student services, and these issues have been identified. They include, 1, and I highlight 3 major issues. The time taken to process and publish bursaries listing to the general populace. 2, issues with closure of the washroom. 3, issues with the processing of scholarship. The solution to this problem is currently being initiated as I vow to work assiduously until these issues are resolved. To resolve these repeated issues, it is my plan to initiate the following objectives. For the first point, with the assistance of each faculty representative, this issue will be solved. For the second item, I will be working with some key members of the dorm communities to ensure the washroom is always open. With this, I'll be creating a timetable with these persons, room numbers, and also contact information, and place it on the notice board by the washroom in a case where the person is not there, and someone will be there. For the third item, I'll be working with the University Department of Student Services to ensure that these are done on time. What I'm talking about is the scholarship. How I'm going to do this? By closely monitoring this process and ensure that the times selected are aligned with the university deadline for payment. Now, Rashawn Martin is a very competent, hardworking, and determined individual. And I want to ensure that the UTech Student Union serves students to the best of our abilities. Initiating the plan for success and ensuring students reap the benefits of this plan. This is why I'm vying for the position of VP Student Service, UTech Students Union. And as such, if I'm elected, my mandate will be to improve the student services. 1, the bus system. 2, the washroom. 3, love lunches. 5, 4, grants and bursaries. 5, scholarship. 1, we're improving the bus system is concerned. I will implement a ticket system for all buses. This will use as a receipt of service. 2, for the same shuttle bus system, to introduce the love bus ticket system to assist students who have overwhelming transportation expenses. 3, to introduce new bus routes by nearby communities. Improving the washroom services. I will implement new security measures which will help to reduce malicious damage to the machines and other service by the washroom. I will improve the management and operation of the washroom service as well. I will also maintain the low cost in comparison to the other universities. Love lunches. I've started lobbying with other food entities on campus to provide more options for students and also to increase the number of students for lunch assistance. I will be preparing and sending a proposal to all these food entities within UTech that are currently on board and that are not currently on board, and asking them to even to give at least 10 assistants for a week. How I'm going to do this? Alright, for the past year, we have given approximately 150 students per semester. What we want to do now, based on the funds received from sponsorship as well as fundraising as well, we want to improve on this number, and definitely this will happen through me. Grants, bursaries, and scholarship. I want to implement a new strategy, and this is for effective processing of these grants, bursaries, and scholarship. This process will involve the faculty representatives. By getting these representatives will get these applications out to their constituents and do the preliminary vetting. When they are collected, by this it will reduce the time my committee and I will take to process these applications. Then my committee and I will ensure we do the final vetting and the publication of these grants, bursaries, and scholarship. Enough of these, enough of the formalities. Yeah, let me talk with you people. Yeah, student to student, I want to know your concerns. So first, let me know your concern.
Personally, good afternoon everyone. Personally, I don't really have any concerns with regards to services offered by the students to the students. Personally.
Thank you. Anybody else? Oh.
My major concern was the issues with scholarship and also the time it took for the bursaries to be granted. Now you already addressed that, so I think you did a fairly good job, so I think you should just take the questions right now.
Anybody else who have any issues or so forth? No. Student to student, let's talk. Anybody over here? Anybody over here? Any question? Yeah. Issues, concern? Nobody? Okay. So, on Thursday, March 27th, remember the name, Rashawn Martin for BP Student Services. Make the choice right. Vote Rashawn.
Good afternoon, everyone, again. Now, a lot of what you said may have sounded a bit repetitive to persons who maybe aren't aware of the portfolio, but what you spoke about included some things that are actually in the Constitution. And I want persons to understand that the post of student services is a very serious post. You are dealing with the bus system which transports students on a daily basis. Alright, so with that said, there's a very serious question I want to ask you about the bus operation and what are your plans. Now, in last semester, or in this academic year rather, the signature of the president was entrusted to the student services person, right? That signature was on a contract which wasn't complete, so to speak, right? The long and short of it is that through that post, the person who was responsible contracted a bus on the system which was not insured. And what happened now is that the Students' Union is now facing a lawsuit because of it. How will you ensure the students that this will not happen? How will you ensure that there will be proper management of the bus system?
Thank you. As I mentioned earlier about the bus system, we are trying to implement ticket, and also these persons who travel on the bus will receive. Now, these receipts would be for transparency, in sense of you traveling on a bus, and in case of an accident, at least you, the student, will have the receipt to prove that you were on that bus. So I will definitely be implementing the ticket system for these buses.
Afternoon. My question to you is, you have just presented your manifesto, what you want to do for the students, and what I want you to clearly outline is what you are going to do for the students, because time after time and time again, persons come and they present a braggadocious manifesto to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and at the end of their tenure, they don't do half of their manifesto. What in your manifesto you're going to ensure that you do during your tenure, and if not, the students can hold you accountable?
What I will ensure? Alright. Based on my previous record as Faculty of Science and Sports Representative, as you all know, my knowledge of these bursaries, grants, bus system, washroom, the energy I have from that will definitely move towards getting stuff done by me as well as my committee. Definitely I would have a great committee, as you all know, I'm a hard-working individual. And I like when I have a committee that will definitely do work. Now, how will I get these work done? First thing, through my committee, I will definitely ensure of committee members for all different areas, for finances, for publication. So definitely when bursaries listing, grants listing, definitely the PR person on my committee will definitely go out there and ensure all persons get all the information about bursaries, grants, scholarship, and stuff like that.
Good afternoon, Mr. Martin.
Good afternoon.
Now, for the previous academic year, the bursaries were held up because a second stream of investigation was done by the university. And we all know the timelines that we can face when we are working with UTech. So, for example, your committee vets the applications, you approve, and based on the implementation that was done last year, UTech now vets the bursary list and ensures that everybody on that particular list needs the particular money that they have received. Because in previous years, persons have received funds that they don't desire. So how would you work with UTech to ensure that that process is done in a timely manner?
As I mentioned earlier, with work in the Department of Student Service, I will ensure that I work beside them, follow through with the process. If not, a committee member will do, ensure that, as I said before about the representative, the faculty representative, first they will do the vetting, the first vetting, which will do on a timely manner. And as you all know me, I'm a hard-working individual, and I'm very honest and trustworthy. Now, my committee will definitely be working hard. So I'll be working with the student service, UTech student service, and following through with these processes as the academic year starts, and ensure that it's aligned with the deadline by the university, and ensure that all bursaries grants are on time.
My last question for you, sir. I want to know how feasible this 24-hour washroom will be.
Thanks for that question. For most persons, you all know I live on the dorm. And to be honest, I'm a very influential person on the dorm. I'll be definitely working with some other influential persons on the dorm, making sure I have a committee on the dorm. This committee will be in charge of the washroom itself. And so, throughout the night, we'll ensure different persons is placed on this committee as to ensure for different hours you have different persons working. So I will place this information on the notice board by the washroom. As I said before, of the different persons who will be working on the team. As I said before, I'm a very influential person and I'm hardworking. I know hardworking person on the dorm as well. And these persons will be placed on my committee and will ensure that there will be a 24-hour washroom service. If not, I will place my room number on that notice board and my number because I don't sleep. So definitely you will reach me.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Me hear you. My grandmother used to say, I see you chewing, now make me see you swallow. The thing is this.
Right.
If your mind there, sir, keep it there, sir. As we were saying before, down below said something. You say you're going to have the washrooms open 24 hours. You also said somewhere in that speech that you are going to institute security measures. That's interesting. Now, how much, I just need to know, are you making a promise, you know? How much will my department have to buy into that?
Not any promises, but we'll be doing. Definitely, as this parent line finish, I'll be speaking to you about these security measures. So, don't need to worry.
That's what I know. Because you're not making no promises on my behalf.
It is really my last question. Alright, in regards to the bursaries, grants that a lot of students get assistance from to pay their tuition, in this academic year, the president had to revise the first list of grants to ensure that the amount of money that was being given to each student was cut down in order for more students to be allowed to benefit from this scheme. Are you planning to ensure that there is fairness or that the money will stretch so a lot of students can benefit from it?
Yeah, definitely. Normally persons say that only friends are always on these bursary listing and so forth. But remember people, you are all my friends. Right? You are all my friends. So definitely, with these listing, it will be done to the best for everything.